YouTubers! What's going on out there in YouTubing worlds? This is Dustin here with my favoriteest co-host of the week, of the month, of the year, let's say, Mr. Sean Longhandlon. Long and Handlin, I guess, rhyme is why I went with it. I don't know. It's not a very good nickname now that I've said it.
No, it's terrible. It's
How
probably
are
one of
you,
your worst.
Sean? How are you doing?
Probably one of your worst.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm a
worst.
little upset.
You're upset?
The theme song. We didn't hear the theme song. Let's
Nothing
rewind.
feels good when you're feeling bad. Nothing makes sense when you're feeling mad. Don't go around feeling sad, cause everybody going around saying that you're crazy, that you're lazy, and you're unmotivating. Come on, Sean. To the people that surround you, come on. In society, they control you in your mind.
It's just not the same.
With anxiety, you gotta bring me.
Let's get started.
Okay, let's go. Hey, what's today, Sean? What are you doing? You're in LA still?
That's right.
Boy, that was an exciting conversation last week about how you got
can tell
there.
by the sunshine. It was very exciting. It was a harrowing tale.
Oh, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
What's harrowing mean? What's harrowing mean? I'll say that if you tell me what it means. But anyway, go ahead.
Define.
No, don't define. Don't look it up. Harrowing. You know, when you got hair.
It is acutely distressing.
Oh, that's every day for me. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meltdown Island, where we are acutely distressed constantly.
We're living day is harrowing.
Come on. Am I just tripping out, or is that okay? Hi, everyone. This is Meltdown Island, the only show that still has brave enough to ask the question, why not us? And then no one ever answers back, but we're still waiting for that life answer of why not us? Why not? You ever ask that, Sean?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good, really good interaction there, bud, and I appreciate you for it.
I just
what?
I just try and make it. I just try and make it through the day.
Ooh, I do too.
And when I wake up, I'll do it again.
Oh, some say I didn't wake up yesterday or do it again, like Britney Spears, but I slept for, I don't know, 36, what becomes distressful hours. I'd say after 20. I'd say after 20, it gets distressful as many hours as one person would sleep in one setting or one laying. But I definitely
were you asleep the whole time?
The whole time.
Huh.
I mean, I got up and twinkled a couple of times, but right back in there. And then I definitely woke up at 8 o'clock and I was like, oh, this is perfect. You're waking up at 8 a.m. You're like a bank person, professionally banking. And then what I did is I fell back asleep and then dreamt I was in a water bed the rest of the time. And I could not get out of the water bed. Like I had no muscles. Mm-hmm. I definitely think I feel like it's head dysplasia for sure. Because there's a point where it settles. Let's call it settling or puffing out, but gets to a point where I can't function. I can't awaken. I have vertigo a little bit still, though taping my head also calmed the vertigo down. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
If people have Verizigo.
Verizigo? What's that even mean?
Horizigo. It's they don't like being horizontal. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems like you're really trying, and I appreciate you for that.
Okay.
But
let's move on.
We're moving the right on. Hello, everyone in TikTok land. For those of you watching, today is a wonderful, another glorious day on Meltdown Island, where every day is a beautiful meltdown for us all. And I'm going to pop it over here so you can see the wonderment of what we call Sean Handlon. Oops, never mind. I got the covering on. Anyway, you can go to YouTube. Also, never mind. This is really failed. That's really a failure. Thank you. Hi.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki. So what's happened to me this last week? I'll tell you, Sean. What I did is I had, you remember what they do every year when they have those Kresge Foundation Awards for Detroit?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
remember, every year I've done that for when I had the Detroit Art Portal, and when
I
I
remember.
had, we were founding members, you and I, Sean. And then,
Okay.
yeah, you may not have felt it, but I did. And then I did it for music a couple times, even for Dustin's after show. And then I was like, I'm not doing it this year. It's too much stress for Dustin, because then I got to think of all my failures and try to make words sound right. And you can already tell, Sean, I don't make words sound right all the time.
No, I know. I've seen it
Mm-hmm.
firsthand.
You felt it, the words.
In fact, you getting the words right
Mm-hmm.
feels like it happens less.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
definitely on the decline. I appreciate
Right.
that, for the honesty. But I started a Discord, a Meltdown Island Discord for Meltdown Islanders. What? I didn't
Mm.
even know it before this weekend, because they came together to not only talk me into doing it, but then were my emotional support people, as well as another thing, editors and people that go, no, don't use that word. That's too passive. Use a smart word. And I go, okay. And then it got better and better and better. And I got a tier. And then I paid everybody on Shiba Inu. It was a whole thing, Sean.
Wow, that's great.
I
I mean, that
know.
really sounds great.
I really feel like I don't expect, hello, Alana. Hello, Nikki. I don't expect to win. Let's face facts. They hand out $25,000 fellowship awards. And sure, this is the best chance I've ever had in my career. Even at one point, Sean, listen to this. Even at one point, Sean, I was looking at, they asked, what's your community impact? And my answer from 2 years ago was, I'm not even sure my community impact has been felt yet or been realized. I hope that with my next album, The Human Condition Algorithm, I'm able to show people that we're more alike than we are different. And Sean, that's what just happened. Literally, my community was helping me make an impact on myself, because I've helped impact them, question mark. But ultimately, the human condition algorithm had nothing to do with it, except that I did do it, and they did come together.
That's a
Is
beautiful
there
story.
is there any way that story will make more sense by you summarizing what I just said, or reiterating? Maybe not.
Uh,
Maybe I did it.
the people, I feel like you did it, buddy.
Okay.
I mean,
You
it
can see
was,
I got questions.
I feel like, yeah, your point out there. I mean, you took the scenic route to be sure,
I feel like I'm on the scenic route of life, in fact. Thank you for
but I
saying that.
feel like your message was communicated.
Conveyed.
Conveyed even. Good for
Thank you,
you, buddy.
conveyed. See, that's what I learned from them. Use smarter words. Hi, Lynn.
Hi,
Hi.
Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Hi,
Oh,
Alana.
was not supposed to be Dusty. That's all right. Forgiven. Look at me. Hey,
I mean,
Sean,
people call him Dusty. It's not that strange.
who does?
I think I called you Dusty from time to time.
Well, I definitely nipped that in the bud. Because when I was a kid growing up, and I was riding the bus, I was in third grade. There was a sixth grader. Her name was Dusty, and she let me sit on the bus with her because I was new and we had similar names. And then my dad one day during that time said, "Hey, Dusty," and I said, "That is not my name. It is Dustin." And I never explained to him why, and I bet he would have preferred to know why, but just let it be known.
All right.
Thank you. Just a little fun fact.
It's a good fact.
Thank you. Oh no, his name is just like your name is Sean and not Shaw.
It is. It is Sean.
It's a very good point.
It's Sean Handlin. But
Go
I went
ahead.
to a conference once, and my name was misspelled on the roster as Shaw Handloom.
Wait a
And
minute. You've been
so
to a conference?
I just I use it as an alias sometimes.
I'll be honest with you. That's the most shocking part, is that you've been to a conference. To me,
Oh, I've been to many conferences.
ahoy hoy, Skipper. That's Sean, and the professor. That's Dustin. I'm still on that Gilligan's Island bit. Congratulations, Tom. And you're Tom. Who's Tom in the thing? Isn't that the science person's name? Wasn't it Dr. Thomas, scientist?
The professor was just the professor.
Yeah. Professor Tom, science guy. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know that the professor had an actual name.
Oh, we've got a duet. We might have to check that out before the end. We'll see. We got a lot to cover today. We got a lot. Oh, he's Ginger. Never mind. He's Ginger. That makes a lot of sense. He definitely likes to dress up in fancy dresses. Nothing on that. You're looking something up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just wondering. The character's full name is actually Dr. Roy Hinckley.
Roy Hinckley's.
The professor's full name, just to be clear.
What's the rich guy?
Dr.
What's the rich guy?
Roy Hinckley. He was Thurston Howell, the third.
That's right, the third. That means there was two others. Okay.
Well deduced, my friend. Well
Thank
deduced.
you. People call me a deucer.
That I don't know that I've heard. I've heard Dusty more than deducer.
Okay, appreciate that. I think I just made that up. So today, Sean, we have a very big, busy, wonderful, lovely day. And
I'm still listening.
I think you've noticed, possibly, since you're on the show, that I used to do these Roses and Thorns video clips. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then I started getting into the 17 questions and made some videos with that. You remember that, Sean?
I do remember that. I mean, that wasn't original to this show. The 17 questions wasn't original to this show, though. That goes back to Dustin's after show, right?
Wow, what a memory. What a way to keep the conversation going. Thank you. It was from Dustin's after show. And, you know, Dustin's after show still is somewhat of a legend because I feel like it's inspired so many late night comedians to continue what I don't know, spawned as the new way of handling late night. Some call me the David Letterman of YouTube. Maybe I just made that up, but honestly, it feels right. And what I've found out is I've been robbed by not only Seth Meyers telling stories about himself the way I do, but now Stephen Colbert's Colbert Questionnaire, Sean.
Okay.
And I guess I just want to point out that if anyone has questions about the 17 questions that we're going to present today, please know that we here at Meltdown Island and Dustin's After Show, as representatives thereof, we came up with the first and we're not stealing from him. He's stealing from us. Thank you.
Why does there have to be any stealing at all, buddy?
At all. Why?
Why can't they just coexist in the world?
I agree, but there's something to do with comedians and they go, oh, you're just redoing my joke. You stole my joke. And now they get blackballed from comedy. And I'll be honest with you, I got enough balls coming my way that I don't need another one. Or that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying.
Sure.
Who is buying a doctor named Roy, right? Are we watching, what is that show?
Well, it was the 50s. To be fair, it was the 50s. I think Roy was a more respected name in the 50s.
Spawn. That is a good
Definitely
word.
more common.
I don't know, Tom. We're going to have to agree to disagree on that until afterwards. Because I don't understand Spawn, the movie. Wouldn't that then make it 18 questions? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know what the other question is that makes it 18, but yes, I would assume that if there's another question, it would be 18. It's a very good point. But what I'm trying to get back to and circle the wagons back around to, Sean, is the fact that I personally will be making these fun little videos once again to help get back into the action of Meltdown Island. And today's is going to give me time because it might take me a couple weeks to really get the flow back, that workflow. You know what I mean,
Sure.
John?
Absolutely.
And I think I'm going to give myself till Valentine's Day to release even. How about that? You wonder why, don't you?
What kind of release are we talking about here?
We talking about a video release of the action live show that I have not edited down recent months.
Yeah. I think Valentine's Day would be a good release day.
Just cracked my neck. Got a release there. See, lots of releases happening. And I would like to then go ahead and probably, what time is it already? We already running on time?
Not at all. Never.
Good point. But after 15 minutes of, blabbering, it feels like a good time to probably go ahead and bring in our guests and get started on. Go ahead.
If I could just punctuate our blabbering by pointing out that
Punctuate it, bud. Punctuate it.
Spawn only has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't know that it empirically was a good movie.
Now,
not to say that it can't be a good movie to Tom.
Here's my confusion about the tomatoes. Here's my question: is having Rotten Tomatoes low number a good thing, or Rotten Tomatoes high number? Like, it seems like more tomatoes means it's a bad thing, and it being a low number of Rotten Tomatoes would mean that it's a good thing because it doesn't have as many Rotten Tomatoes attached to it.
Fair point, buddy. Fair. I will give you that. That is.
But what is it? Is that backwards? What I'm saying?
It is. It is contrary to that, which would be a logical deduction, which you made.
And so therefore, I believe the whole process of tomatoing has become obtuse.
Well, I don't know if that was used how you necessarily meant it.
I don't even know what I meant by it, but I felt it. I was heart talking.
And Lynn, I wasn't overly concerned about what kind of release. I just wanted to know what we were talking about. I mean, there was multiple releases, and you have to approach each one differently and tenderly.
Tenderly, he said. Spawn was an awful movie that happened to be about a great comic. Thank you. That's see? Okay, now I'm starting to understand. Right. You guys are right about Spawn is definitely one Con Air out of 1997 Con Airs.
Yeah, for sure.
That many Con Airs. That's a wild rating system. Hi, Kelsey.
Hello, Kelsey.
And all those hearts remind me that today we're engaging with love. We're gonna let what we're gonna let what they call love rule at the Love Island.
What does that mean? We have guests? Is that what you're implying?
Not only do we have guests, but I was trying to connect Love Shack to Love Island in some way, but I don't know if it really read because you just sort of blanked out there. Uh-oh, Sean, come back. Come, honey. Buttons. Come here, Buttons.
No, I thought I was going to sneeze, and I didn't want to sneeze.
Oh, that's a good excuse. I don't know if I believe it, but that's a good excuse. So what I'd like to do, Sean, is go ahead and I'm going to play you a song. I'm going to play you a little video that I made for our next guest, and I'm going to allow you to be introduced to who this is. Okay, I got to turn it up. This is some realizations that I'm realizing right now, and then I got to go backwards. Contact. It's 524. And he's a contacting me with his comments, and we are we're singing the song about 524. Contact.
Love it.
Isn't that amazing?
Very catchy. Very catchy.
Yeah, some would say it's from that.
It was a head spinner.
Some would say that's from that television show, Contact. And then I made it into a whole new theme song for my friend, whose name is Derek. Now, the fun thing about Derek, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, bud. The fun thing about Derek is Derek is almost a role model. Is almost someone who I looked up to on the TikToks. Nice. Isn't that nice for me to say?
Yeah.
Thank you. And as someone who has gone recently through only a desert full of heartbreak and turmoils and feeling like my life's been torn apart by the vultures of, I don't know, the desert life. It's encouraging for me to have found not only Derek as someone to go, hey, maybe you should do this, or hey, give me a little advice here and there, but to see him as an example of someone who has found once again the sweet embrace of love. Sean. And where does he find that at? I'll tell you, Sean, you don't even have to guess. TikTok.
Because I was going to guess the supermarket.
I'm glad you didn't, because that would have been offensive.
Yeah.
And I would like to go ahead and just because.
Okay.
Because I find it offensive that you would think anything other than what I have to say, I guess. I don't really know.
All right.
What I'm trying to do is be funny and also stab you a little bit on the side. You know what I mean? A little bit in maybe a little paunch area, a little, nothing that's going to hurt or bleed out, but just a little paunch poke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was great.
Thank you. Appreciate that now. In retrospect. Thank you. Got a couple more quick things. Since Wind doesn't know what he's talking about. Da 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 da. Never.
JK, though. JK.
It was a JK. Hey, Sean. What's this say here? He looks so surprised. Which part? I love the supermarket. Love at the supermarket. Except that's not it.
Love at the supermarket.
So now that I've sang the song and shown you, go ahead, Sean. You have mouth words about to happen.
I was just going to say hi to Capturing Kara.
Go ahead.
I did. I think I just did.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I'd like to welcome to the show my friends and yours, Derek and Alexis. Go ahead, and we're going to applaud for them now, everybody who's at home.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You don't have to. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
How are you two? How are you two doing?
Fantastic.
Doing well.
That's great.
Sean, it's been good to see you guys.
It's good to see you as well.
It's good to be seen. Let's face facts. Good to be seen. Sean.
What?
So, Derek and Alexis.
In this new configuration, I'm trying to center myself.
Go ahead.
The sirens.
Sirens. Who is that? Is that me?
Oh, that's me. The sirens are here, and of course, downtown LA.
Yeah, melting down out there in LA.
Detroit, so there's sirens there.
You would think.
Yep.
You would think.
There's sirens everywhere, really.
Mm-hmm. The world's melting down around us, and we're just trying to keep it together, barely. Thank you.
On this island.
On this island that we call love today.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, you two. So hi. So not only are they both on TikTok, but they both. Derek, would you mind telling us how you two met and maybe a little bit of the love story that is captured within your hearts?
I think she tells it a little bit better than I do.
Alexis, would you mind telling us a little bit?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to talk that much, but okay.
Don't have to. Don't have to.
So, Derek and I had a mutual friend on TikTok, and she was trying to get him up to the 1,000 so that you can do the live streaming. And she was like, "Please follow him."
Below 1,000. I can't even imagine him being below 1,000. That's how
it was for a long time.
How amazing this story is, Sean. Continue, Alexis.
It's very amazing.
Like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll follow him. He's got a nice beard.
There you go.
We're gonna have a whole moment about the beard, believe me.
And then he did a TikTok where he was playing ramen as drums, and I was like, "That's a lot of ramen." And he said he had already finished the whole container, and I was like, "Are you not eating anything else?" And so we started flirting about food.
Okay.
The whole conversation started about meatloaf.
Yes.
Because I was basically saying I was too poor to have good food or too lazy to make food. And she said, you ate the ramen for real? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, all right, now I want to feed you. What do you want for? And I was like, I want meatloaf and mashed potatoes, you know? Yeah. She was like, shut the front door. That's what I'm making right now.
Hands up.
What?
What? Okay.
I was like,
Beautiful
okay,
story.
baby.
Yeah. So there was a little bit of a, wait, are you peeking in my window right now moment? But we got past it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you see a beard outside?
Just the silhouette of the beard through the window.
His beard can leave his face, Sean, and spy on people.
Yes.
His beard is a whole thing, Sean. His beard, I like to call Beardtopia. I feel like there's a whole universe of worlds and magic inside of the beard, Sean.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Look at that beard. It's got girth to it, my friend.
It's a powerful beard.
Power beard.
Yes.
Like a power forward. Gets the rebound.
As I always say, but I want to say this, and I always say this, is that I'm starting to feel like a beard with a man attached, and I want people to understand that there's still a man behind this beard.
Ooh, and that's
the
what
man
we talk
behind
about.
The beard.
Heart stuff. Men got hearts, and we're gonna explore men's heart today. Okay, that was rough.
I had a feeling.
You see, while I'll edit it. You see what happens when I'll edit it. This will be gone at that moment.
one can only hope. Capturing Kara says that meatloaf and mashed potatoes are her Christmas Eve tradition.
Really?
That should be everybody.
Great
Yeah.
start of a
There's
beautiful
so many.
relationship.
There are so many comments I can't keep up. That's how many people are engaging with this beautiful story. Look at this. We got somebody on Twitch.
Meatloaf was one of my best comfort foods, one of my favorite comfort foods.
What up, Twitches? Thank you for commenting, Philly gamer girl. We don't get many comments from Twitches, so I always like to point them out. Thank you, Twitches.
Yes, Meatloaf joins everybody together. Also, R.I.P.
Yes,
R.I.P. what?
Meatloaf.
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
R.I.P. Meatloaf, because that was destroyed.
No, like the performer.
The performer died like 2 days ago.
Oh, that's
Meatloaf.
true.
Yeah, that's right.
He would do anything for love, but I guess he couldn't do that. Stay alive.
Rob Daggett and Betty White ordered meatloaf for dinner. And it was...
And they zipped him right up.
Alana says Meatloaf is underrated. Now I'm wondering if she means the food or now that we started talking about the performer, I don't know which one she's talking about.
Good point.
But it is possible that Meatloaf the performer was underrated as well.
I agree
don't
with that.
think so. He was rated pretty high. Remember when he was on The Apprentice?
I recall that I disagreed with him on many occasions.
But I won't do that.
No,
but I did enjoy his music.
Yeah, don't we all? Remember when he did that that one song where he was like, baby, 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 ooh,
Paradise by the Dashboard
Light. That's it.
That one.
Yeah.
And then my dad let me listen to that song when I was a kid.
That was the song that made me fall in love.
Yep. Really? Is that true? Oh, okay. Because the song after that is he's a wolf and he's like, have you ever saw something by the pale moonlight? And I was like, this is scary because I was only a kid.
He's very versatile.
Very dramatical. Very, very versatile. Thank you, Derek. That is exactly his. Did you know this fun fact? Hey, Alexis.
Alana wants to be clear. She was talking about the food, by the way. Sorry, just wanted to get that.
Thank you, Alana.
Way off on that topic.
Thank you, Alana's.
Before we got too far off of Meatloaf.
Hey, Alexis says, did you know that Sean and Dustin both have a brother named Derek?
What?
Yes.
How do they spell it?
Mine spells it the same as you.
Okay,
Mine
the right
spells it Derrick.
Why? Yeah, that makes no sense. There's too many extra letters, man.
We're
my
family's
the
weird.
oil Derek.
What, Sean?
It's like the oil. He spells it like the oil Derek.
Is it?
Yes.
All right. Oil makes the world go round.
Yeah. And will make it go down ultimately.
Yep. And ultimately, it's killing it. And they haven't even plugged that hole in the Gulf that blew up a few years by BP. It's still uncovered and dumping out oil. I just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah, we were just talking about
America.
that recently. And then it came up in the news, almost on cue.
Did it really?
Yeah, it came up in the news again because some lawsuit was just settled or something, and they had to They had to make a payment.
They better be making payments. I don't know, maybe trying to cap that. Gets me upset.
Okay, a little bit of conspiracy theory.
Thank you.
Maybe they haven't capped it because of Dawn soap.
Because
they always have commercials of them cleaning the duck of oil.
And people love conspiracies on Meltdown Island. We love conspiracies, and that's one I've never even dreamed of. Dawn, I'm coming for you, Dawn, if this is real. I'm going after you, Dawns. Let me just get my investigative hands above my eyes, and I'm going to do some searching.
Ooh, yeah, as of Christmas, it was in the news at Christmas that the energy company behind it has to pay $43 million.
Sounds like they need to get stepping it up to more just cap it. How about that?
Well, then Dawn could come in and rescue by putting a bunch of Dawn soap in there to clean up the oil, and it would be like a PR dream.
All I know is we went on a cruise about 8 years ago, 9, 10, I don't even know, a decade ago, and that's when it had happened, and there was oils everywhere. You could just see it shining in the moonlight. Ooh, just shimmering on the Gulf Coast. And I was like, this is disgusting. How dare us as human beings? Thank you. Hi, everyone.
The company has sold its assets and ceased production in 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a brother that spells it Derek. What? Darrick?
Darrick?
That's what Alana said.
She
just when you think you've heard it all. All right,
well, to be fair, her name.
You've heard it all.
I'm gone. I said, God, give you 5 minutes. That's been 20 minutes. Goodbye. Don't give Sean a reason to close that because he will.
People just inventing their own spellings now.
It's a big wild west world out there. That's a good song title, huh? No. So I brought them on here today, Sean, not only to yell about oil and conspiracies, but also to talk about love, because by the time that I think my video will be completed, will be Valentine's Day. So why not, just do it now and get it, give myself time, huh? How about fall in love with yourself?
For like a Valentine's Day special?
Look!
That's actually a beautiful
not where she was reminding me to do it, but right when we connected and made the heart.
Only when you connected. That's going to be the whole front cover. Connections, love. Look, me and Sean can't do it. Watch, me and Sean will try, but Sean, I'm sure, will mess it up, going the wrong side, first of all. And then secondly, you know what I mean? He just doesn't understand how TV works. I don't think. There he goes. Come on, champion Sean. Close to Sean a little. All right, I can go back. I can meet you halfway.
All the love.
See? All right. Nice try, Sean.
Okay.
Look at me.
Shadow puppets.
Ours looks like a turd. Ours looks like a little turd. I'm going to be honest with you.
That was a moon rock.
A turd? Is that what you said?
Space peanut.
It looked like a space peanut. Ours did. Yep.
Something.
So we brought on these two lovebirds today. I know you can just feel the love between them. I can. And I'm going to go ahead and ask them, our very own Meltdown Island, how to get to the heart of a human being, dare I say two human beings, by asking them our scientifically proven 17 questions, Sean. You can applaud if you want to, Sean. You can applaud. Not slow cat.
Scientifically proven.
I'm going to add lots of applause from you, Sean. I'm going to add it.
That's a slow clap. Yeah. Building moment. Yeah.
He knows slow clap ruins momentum.
I love the slow clap. I am a huge fan of the slow clap.
It's got to get increasingly faster, though.
That's the thing is, he never increases.
A lot of people
you just do a constantly slow clap. That's kind of weird.
It's very weird.
It gets
I've
boring.
been telling you that for
after
years.
a while, I found.
You should see us at football games. We go to football games, and we'll all stand up going, yeah, touchdown! And then after we all sit down, Sean's going... And it's like, Sean, we're not going to do it again. We're not standing again, buddy.
It seems sarcastic.
I tell you, I've not been beat up so many times as when I go to any baseball game or football game with this guy. Anyway, that's a joke. I don't get beat up ever because I run. So today's questions have been vetted, and I don't understand what that word means, but I'm going to assume it's a good word because here we go. So, Sean, just real quick, a quick note on how we do this. I say question one, and then you repeat question one, right?
Okay.
It's a formatting cue for you. Just wanted to.
By the way, vetting. To vet something means you make a careful and critical examination of it.
Oh, then we've done that.
Yes, so they have been vetted.
Thank you.
That is true,
Sean. Sean, always looking things up.
Like the questions have been given vaccines.
Yep.
Vetted.
And the booster.
Sean's like the speed bump of the show. Just slows everything down.
Otherwise, it gets too hot. Otherwise, it burns too hot.
We do. Question number one. Question one. Hi there. What are your pronouns?
He, him.
She, they.
Us. Is that a pronoun? Us.
Us is also a pronoun. Yes.
I've been going with the royal we lately. Question number two. When do you sleep? Like, what are the time frames? Do you have a normal sleep schedule?
Oh, it's not normal.
No,
I don't feel like it's normal.
Somewhere between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Nice.
We're night owls. We're up kind of late.
Okay.
And not really up early.
8 was the earliest. No, I appreciate that.
But that's when the alarm starts going off. And I have it snooze every 15 minutes and drive her crazy over 2 hours that it takes me to get up by 10.
I do that too. I need
at least an hour of snoozing.
I do too. Because part of me just goes, it's not real. Nope. Where you're at right now is real. Don't listen to that alarm.
Sleep Derek can talk me into staying in bed a lot longer than awake Derek.
Well, this is a very rare occasion where I just yesterday slept for 36 hours. So I understand the feeling, and therefore I'm scared about my own sleep habits. Question number 3. Great answer, by the way. Question 3. Are you related to anyone famous? All right. Question number 3. Question
2. Question 2. I'm just realizing I didn't echo question 2.
You got to be on top of that. It comes fast. It comes hard, Sean. I'm going to need you to be ready.
When you edit it as me saying question 2.
But
question 3. Question 3.
But you can edit back into question 2.
I can.
And now
we start ready.
Question 3.
I hate this guy. I'm so sorry, you guys. Are you two related to anyone famous?
I don't think that I am.
It depends on what you consider famous.
I consider anything you consider famous.
So it turns out like one of my cousins is DC Curry, the comedian. I don't know but not like a cousin like directly. Our parents are siblings, but like 3rd or 4th cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So I will totally name drop.
Please do. I'm related to Jerry Bruckheimer through marriage and a cousin, and I got an audition. Jerry Bruckheimer, where you at, bro?
Where are you, Jerry?
I could be
I got nobody famous in my family.
Say that again, Derek.
He is the famous one.
No.
Ooh,
I said I have nobody famous in my family.
Derek is the famous one. Beertopia. Question number 4.
Number 4.
Question number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. Question number 4. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Question number 5. Say that again.
Said a former preacher's kid. So.
Oh yeah, I was a gospel singer growing up. I've gone through it, and I decided that if I were to believe in the classic sense, in the biblical sense, in any deconstructed way of how religion is worked, I would go with the Southern Baptist way. They look at it, where it's once saved, always saved, or when Jesus did what he did, that was it. We can't. There's nothing we can do. He already did it. Thank you.
Yeah, we good.
See, there's so many ways to look at it. Catholics think you got to go talk about it. No, question number 5.
Number 5.
Question 5. Have you ever invented... Question 5. Thank you.
Question 5.
Have you ever invented anything?
Well, no.
Okay. I think you invented... I would give you credit, Derek, for inventing remove the question from the screen.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I did start that. I see a lot of people do that now, but not before I did it.
I had never seen anybody do it.
I don't think you can take credit for art. I don't think you can say I invented.
Who can't?
Nobody can.
See, that gets to the point that we were earlier.
Okay.
Art is subjective.
Stuff getting stolen.
I'm listening to both of you, and
somebody may have had an idea similar to that before, maybe not on TikTok or with a TikTok comment, but that editing technique is probably not new. I was just the first to do it on that platform.
The first to invent it, some would say.
On
You
that
gotta
fact,
slow clap that one.
Okay, fair play. That's your artistic choice.
Thank you, Sean.
I'm trying to listen. Question number 6.
question number 6.
Question number 6.
Have you ever been arrested?
I'm waiting for her to answer first.
So I have gotten close,
Ooh.
but I have not, thankfully. I am not good for any type of jail type situation.
I couldn't imagine you in jail.
Too
sweet. Too sweet from just looking at you. Too sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, not to brag, but I was driving stuff. I spent 3 hours in a holding cell before I bailed myself out, but I did my 3 hours like a G.
Okay, G. Talk about it.
All right, buddy.
You don't have to talk about it.
I'm not too soft for prison too. I would never make it.
No, I don't think any of us would. I'll be honest with you. Let's just take a quick. You need to conduct the interview at Sean's speed. Thank you, Kara. I will take that as a note. Kara, I love the snails in between. I'm not sure what that means. Go ahead with. Now I know what's going on. Thank you, Katie Coffee. Who's that say? Wee-hoo! Okay, just doing some quick commentarians. What's that say? Ooh, close. Thank you, Kelsey. Next question.
Can I just briefly promote my best friend, Carrie Blakinger? I don't know the title of her book, but she went to prison. And she was actually on the track to be an Olympic figure skater.
Oh my God.
And she has written a book about it. So I will
about this. Please, what's the book called?
I don't remember the title. Oh, I'm a bad friend.
No, this will all be edited out. I will never let you look like a bad friend. Don't you worry about that. Well, Gary knows about editing.
Unless he's watching live.
Okay,
let me watch it right now. Good point, John.
She might be.
Who knows?
Carrie, what are you doing? Okay. So she's a journalist now for the Marshall Project, which is a prison reform. But it's called Corrections in Ink. Ooh.
Corrections in Ink. Look at that, everyone. So you do know some people famous. Look at that. I consider that famous.
I consider that famous too.
But it's not family.
No. Oh yeah. So if you said if I know any famous, I know all kinds of famous.
We know lots of famous people.
Name 4.
Oh, yeah.
I work in television broadcasting and in sports broadcasting. I've met famous athletes, broadcasters. I met Barack Obama, all kinds of people.
Do you think they need a turtle? I've been trying to get a turtle job for a while. You remember that show Entourage where they had a guy named Turtle and he would do things?
Oh,
I'm looking for a turtling gig.
Before I had a beard, people used to tell me I looked like Turtle all the time.
So you understand what I'm talking about.
I get you.
I'm available for turtling. Thank you.
I don't know if I want to say that. That sounds a bit sus, but
yeah,
it does sound a little suspicious.
Does it? Oh my God. We found out what the book is called. We found that out. Oh my God. I have to Google it. You can Google it. Look at that. We have people already engaging with love and the book. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question. Question number 8. Oh, Sean.
Time.
Yep.
Time out.
Yep.
Did you explain to them about the ding? Do you have a ding option?
Oh, we do have a ding option. Thank you, Sean. If at any point during 17 questions you do not want to answer a question, you don't have to.
As we're coming up on question 8.
We're halfway there. But they're going to get a little more intense.
This would have been valuable on the have I ever gone to jail question.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know?
That's what made me think. I don't think he mentioned that as an option.
Welcome to Meltdown Island. That's us.
Big.
Well, just know that you got as many dingers as you'd like to use. And then eventually, when I do a retrospective on 17 questions, I'll go, oh, look how honest these people were. They had 0 dings. Or look at this person. They're not okay with themselves. They got 17 dings.
That'd be a very short interview.
It would be very controversial, I would say. Question number 8.
Ding.
Number 8.
Question number 8.
The controversy.
Question number 8.
Question number 8. Thank you.
Number 8.
What do you do for cash?
Like our jobs?
Yep.
So you're talking like stripping on the weekends? Or?
Well, it depends. If you do strip on the weekends, then yes. But ultimately, maybe you cash checks for stuff like a job check.
I think I kind of answered that on the previous one, that I work in television broadcasting.
Editing. Yep. He's a
like live video.
Look at that, Sean. He's a professional. He's met Barack Obama.
I've heard.
That was actually an interesting story, though. It was just
we both said go on. We both said go on at the same moment.
It was at a sporting event where he was throwing out the first pitch, and then he was going to join our broadcasters for a couple innings up in the booth. So he wanted to take the stairs up to like the 7th or 8th floor, and they shut down the elevator. Meanwhile, I got on at the wrong spot in between while he was coming up, and basically just got choke slammed against the brick wall in the staircase by security. And then he jogs by and says, "Hello." Hey. That was the whole, so I made a belated Ivan Obama thing. It was in passing, and I was close to getting arrested again, but I had like my work credentials.
Wow.
So they understood. They had shut down the elevator from like 2 to 8, and I jumped in at 1 and caught them at 3. They're trying to get up to
that beard. Check his beard. That beard's suspiciously too big.
So, but yes, I work in television.
He was purple as Mr. Obama's going by. Hey now, we got that health care for you, bud. You'll be all right.
One word. He said, "Hello."
Hello.
That's the best Obama impression I can do too.
You had tears going down. Hello, sir. Hello. They're like, oh! That's a hilarious scene.
Did you bring on that one?
Yeah, sure thing.
Dang. Question number 9. What's your favorite music? Everybody likes music. What's your favorite music?
That's a vague question, friend. What are you talking like genre, artist, decade, what? I feel like I have favorites everywhere, but I mean, I'm into alternative rock. Is probably my favorite genre of music. I'm into bands like Black Keys and Gnarls Barkley.
Gnarls Barkley, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what you said, right?
I do hip hop and R&B, and I like old school, so like Luther Vandross, Barry White.
Ooh, you like them singers. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do a Barry White song whenever I do karaoke. There's a Barry White song I do, so I feel on Barry White.
I always do "I'm the Walrus" by the Beatles. That's a karaoke one for me, yeah.
Coo-coo-ca-choo, my friend.
And Radar Love.
It's a line from the song, Sean, in case you didn't realize.
Oh, I know. But it occurs to me that would be a fun question to add to the 17 is, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Thank you. So you're saying Stephen Colbert has better questions. Say that again. I missed it, Alexis.
Oh, "Work It" by Missy Elliott. That's my
karaoke.
But you don't like work? That's a different song, but I always like to say that.
That's a different one.
Work it. Let me work it. I put my fling down, flip it in reverse.
It's
exactly.
I'm on it. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm her follower on TikTok. Missy. Question number 9, 10.
Question number 9, 10.
Number 10.
9, 10.
9.5.
9.5 is karaoke now. And question 10 is.
Question 10.
Have you ever been in a physical fight? Not necessarily with one another, by the way. Just a physical fight. Yes. Okay.
Not with each other.
Not with each other.
Yeah.
But yes, in your previous before each other.
Before I became the delicate flower that I am today, I could throw a little hand.
Hey, even flowers have to break free from the seed called the dirt called life, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a physical altercation before, but not since 8th grade. I made it a conscious decision then that I just wasn't going to fight to solve problems anymore.
I did too, and I was on my bicycle and with my little brother, and some kid wanted to fight us, and I was like, I'm not going to fight you, and then I started to cry, and then they left us alone. Isn't that a fun story?
That sometimes goes the other way. But
I have a confession to make.
Please.
Sorry, I lied. I've never thrown hands. I paid a guy $1 in 6th grade to let me slap him, and that was it. And then I didn't even pay him the $1.
the truth comes out. You didn't even pay him?
I didn't even pay him.
Do you see how these questions really get to the heart of a person, Sean? Are you seeing it now? Do you feel it?
Yeah.
It's all a lie. I'm sorry.
I think you need to get a hold. I think you need to get a hold of that person and pay him the $1.
Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, we can probably find him still. We can probably find him, right? On some social media, and we give him his $1. With inflation, they get like
hilarious.
No,
it's hilarious TikTok.
It's too late. It's too
late.
Late.
We track him down. We give him interest, and we'll pay him like $13.
He should have moved on by now if he was waiting for my money. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He'd probably be like, "Oh, thank you. I can now go to college again." It was more about embarrassment than it was money. Get it, Sean? It was more about
He's probably been paying women to slap him for the last 20 years. Not realizing where that.
Speaking of love, actually. Okay, here's going to be an awkward question, possibly. Sean, you ready?
Awkward question.
Question number 12.
Number 12.
Have you ever pooped your pants?
Yeah. I mean, that's an awkward question, but I'll be honest. I did. It involved a lot of alcohol.
Mine didn't. Mine didn't. That's a sad thing. Go ahead.
No, I had two. I had one that required that involved a false fart and a sneeze combo.
Ooh,
yep.
A shardy sneeze.
When I was already kind of sick, and another one where I was drunk. And I did it, and I was at somebody else's house, and then I was like, "All right, see you guys later." And they were like, "Haha, that's hilarious. You're not driving." And I was like, "Crap! Now I got to sneak here in these pants."
You didn't burn them and borrow someone else's shorts or nothing. You didn't think about it. Didn't think about it.
I didn't. I was too drunk to think. I was trying to get in my car, and fortunately, they stopped me.
And real quick, when they do drug tests, they do drug tests for marijuana, but they don't do it for alcohol. That's a drug. Am I right, Sean?
Well, probably
we've been fighting
a lot quicker.
We've been fighting for the freedom of people who are locked away in prison because of marijuana when other states have it for legal. And then you got senators like John Boehner who are now making millions off of the marijuana industry, as well as Wall Street is. And yet there are still people in jail, in prison for just an eighth or just a little bit of marijuana. And then they'll drug test people still in a state like Michigan where it's legal. They'll drug test people and that can affect their job, though it's legal, just like alcohol. Thank you very much. I'll get off this box right now, but
no, stay on that box. That's a good box to stay on.
I'll be honest with you. It's some stuff's insane that we are fighting against here on Meltdown Island. Sean?
Yeah, it's broken. The system's broken.
And that's why I'm running for president with USA 2, Us All Project. The Whig Party. I'm going to be
wearing my vote.
Thank you. It's going to be blockchain voting. Well, we can have blockchain. We can have blockchain money for a revolution of democratization of finances, but we can't have it for our own voting where it could be traced back to every person. Come on, America. Wake up. Here we go. Question number 13.
Question number 13.
Well, I know she's a lady.
I pointed to him and I was like, yes, he did.
I was letting him answer for the family. I was letting him answer. But now that he's brought it up, you want to ding it or?
Oh, no, I've never.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You're a lady. Whoa, whoa, she's a lady. I've been talking about Alexis lady.
Lady.
Poop her pants.
Never.
Question number 13.
13.
Question number 13.
What is the worst question I could ever ask you? I won't ask it, but I would like to know what it is. It won't ever be asked by me or each other, but what is the worst question that we could ask you?
That's a good question.
Thank you, Sean. I felt like I really took time for some of these questions.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Hilarious, and one that I hate as well.
hate that question.
Probably for me would be, how much money do you make? I don't think that's stuff that people should discuss with each other outside of a relationship. So anytime somebody says, so how much money do you make? It's like, no, that's not a good question.
Note taken. Question number 14.
Sean?
Number 14.
Thank you. I'm not yelling in the microphone. Thank you. Go ahead, Sean.
Question number 14.
I love it. Question 14. Here it is. What's the closest you've ever come to death?
Oh, wow. Well, for me, it's probably, it was almost an accident on an icy road.
Isn't it? Me too. That's where I had my first accident here.
Wait, my death or someone else's?
Yours.
That's a very good question. I would say it's up to the answerer to define the question with her answer.
Because, I mean, if it's somebody else's, I'd be like in the same room. So like 5 feet. But
Thank you.
my own death. Car accident. Not on an icy road.
They say it's the most dangerous way to transfer. It's not only the biggest waste of time in the world, but it's also the most dangerous. Ain't that wild? Yet we do it every day.
And there's a lot of oil that's spilling into the Gulf right now.
Don't get me going again.
We're suffocating the planet.
Don't get me on that. Don't. The question number.
Every gallon of gas that burns, that's 6 pounds of CO2 into the atmosphere.
And I've seen on Oprah when they bring out the fat that's in pounds, and it's like big old chunk, and you don't think it's
huge
because it looks like it's 20 pounds, but it's only 6. Sean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 6 pounds of the gas.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, that is.
It's a lot.
You got my eyes open. Thank you.
Next time you're sitting in traffic, think about that too.
Thank you, Sean. I'll start driving on the burn and going real fast on the side to get out of traffic to make it less for the world around me. Question number 15.
Number 15. Question number 15. A motherfucker.
15. We're almost
15.
there. We're almost at the end.
Like the Taylor Swift song.
He's a fan. Awkwardly. He's a fan. Awkwardly. Question number 15. What is the least likely to be or to get or stay cleaned? Like what do you personally have the hardest time cleaning in your life or keeping clean?
Like personal hygiene wise, house wise, or is this up to us?
Some say car. It's whatever you personally
I
have
was gonna say it. I was like, my car.
Car. Yep, that for me too. Me too. Because
I would probably say the interior of my car, the inside.
Specifically, yeah.
I think
I have a better time with the inside than the outside. So between the two of us.
You guys going to have a clean vehicle.
We'll each have 2 half-clean vehicles.
Yes.
We'll
Maybe
have
swap
a
it up.
half-clean vehicle either that could make one full clean vehicle.
Yeah.
Once a week, swap vehicles. Just an idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm an ideasman. Don't listen to me sometimes, though. I'm an ideasman.
An ideasman.
I come up with the ideas, don't have any idea how to fix it, but I got ideas.
Just throw it out.
Question. Yep, just throwing things out. Just toss it, see if anything hits in the basket. Question number 16, Sean. This is number 6, Sweet 16.
Number 16.
Very well.
16.
Going on the next one. Thank you. That's a very good placement song. What's your favorite sexual position? A little awkward.
My favorite sexual position with her or with myself?
That's a very intense answer and or a way to look at it, Sean. We've never had a dueling question. And I would say, again, defined by the answerer, Sean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yep.
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding-a-ling-a-ding, ding-a-ling-a-lings. I hear you, ding-a-lings. Question number 17, last question, Sean.
Number 17, the last one.
Slow clap.
It's the last one.
Final
question.
Da-da-da-da. I can't help it. After I hear that part, I got to go. Question number 17. What's
Number
the
17.
toilet paper roll? Toilet paper roll. Over or under?
This is an important one.
Yes.
For all relationships, I think.
Especially.
It's definitely over. We had this conversation before we ever physically met.
Yeah.
To determine who wants, if it was over or under. Like, that was a deal breaker question.
It is. That's why it's in here scientifically.
We're
And
both over.
Over is the correct answer. They've done it, Sean. They have completed 17 questions. Unbelievably amazing.
You got to clap slower than me now, Sean, because that was going pretty slow.
Yeah! Holy crap! Thank you.
We made it! There's not a secret 18 question?
There's not. Other than this, hi, everyone. Welcome to everyone's favorite part of the show, Roses and Thorns. This is the part of the show where we get out our little gavel and we judge each other, not in silence, but in words, and letting each other know what we thought was good and or bad about today's show. And I would start off by asking, Sean, our guests, do you have an instant rose for today's show? Something you liked, something you saw that you were like, that was great.
I do. Your hat. The hat gets a rose for today's show.
Woo! Yeah, rose.
And while it was awkward at first, I have become a big fan of the slow clap.
Yes.
So I give Sean a rose for the slow clap too.
Slow clap is a rose.
No, I didn't like it at first. It felt unnatural. It felt the more I did it, and him and I were doing it together, the better it felt. You know,
okay. Well, that's one of my thorns. Just because we can all have unique point of views, thorn. Okay. Sean, real quick, what do you have? Do you have a rose for today? I've only given.
I have a rose for the candor of our guests.
Thank you.
Answering all your questions.
Thank you.
You're up for the challenge.
Yeah, even though the thorn goes, a corresponding thorn goes to you for not letting them know that they could ding out of any question until half of the questionnaire was over. So
I got nothing to do but accept that, Thorn. Sean.
Rose to them for their charm and candor.
Yes.
Thorn to the host.
Thorn to me. Thorn to the host.
I did the little
making a thorn.
Yeah.
Look at that. Little finger hearts. I would like to also give I'd like to give a super rose to Derek and Alexis for being on the show, for being super rose. So you're going to see that when I edit.
It's never been done. I've never heard of the super rose.
There's never been a super rose?
Nah, there has. I don't want to lie. There has.
Oh, all right.
Easy with your never has been.
I mean, not while I've been with the show. I don't remember ever hearing the super rose.
Yeah, that's because you didn't pay attention for the first few months.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's fair.
I feel honored to be in the small group of super roses.
Yeah. You are. It's a very, very, very. What is it? Very small group. Nope. Exclusive.
Smarter. Much smarter.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes me time to fish a word. I'm fishing around there. While we're going to ask you right now for a thorn for today's show, I'm also going to start pulling up some comments to see if people have their own personal roses and thorns for today as well. So do you have a thorn for today's show?
Less singing than I
am, Tara, I am.
Less singing than you expected?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I was pretty clear on the format of you say question one and then Sean says question one.
Get out.
And I feel like there was a little bit lost along the way with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Sean messed up.
We were starting to, fill that in too for editing purposes.
Yeah.
I appreciate that about you too.
I went from not enough to too much to not enough again. And
Your word.
I did not find that happy medium that I accept that thorn.
But can I say this? Rose, Sean, for your openness to open that screen and to say, I'm going to try this again someday. Huh? How about that, Sean?
I'm going to try this again someday.
Oh, look at that beautiful rose of a person. Thank you. Two got a fast clap, two got a slow clap. We are all one. Thank you. I'd like to give me a rose for mentioning USA 2 and my run for the presidency. That's just throwing one out personal rose for myself. I'd like to give myself a thorn for once again not mentioning the dings early. I think Sean was 100% right. And I would say this has been an amazing show. So a rose to all of our commenters who have commented words.
Oh, yeah. Even though thorn to Dustin for not being able to better balance the comments in. Because there were some comments that were commenting on things that they were saying.
Go ahead. Sounds real personal. Go ahead.
Which that could have been applicable. It could have been more engaging to the audience.
Could have been. Could have been.
Like a lot of Meatloaf comments, I think, got missed when we were talking Meatloaf stuff.
Okay.
A lot of compliments about how cute these two are.
That's true. That's true. There's currently a comment, though, on the screen that says Rose for Derek and Alexis. They are adorable together, Sean. I just want to point that out. Not necessarily about me, but I did put it up there. Okay.
All right. They are adorable.
Thank you, Kara, as they said. Alcohol is federally legal. Oh, see, that is. Alcohol is federally legal, though. They make marijuana legal federally. They need to. I agree. Thank you.
Okay.
Amanda, federal legislation. Agreed. Thank you. It's good points. It's after 6, Sean, so we've officially done it. We've did the show.
Good show, everybody. Good show.
We didn't think it would take 45 minutes to get through the question, but didn't it fly? Didn't it just fly by?
It flew.
I feel like we had more than 17 questions, which was fun. Because each question had 2 or 3 sub-questions. And we went very deep on some topics.
Yeah, we got into it.
You did, and I appreciate that, especially the Obama story, because someone just gave a rose to Obama for saying hello. Thor, however, to his security team for nearly killing our guest.
Yes.
They were just doing their job.
Doing their job.
They were just doing their job.
Got to secure the president.
Still.
So I'll preface it that I was working a sporting event in D.C. That's why, Obama was there and Secret Service. And that happened a lot where he would want to walk over to Five Guys instead of taking a caravan or something. And so we were, there was kind of just that element down there.
That is wild. Yeah. Anything the guy wants to do. It's like, oh, eagle is leaving the nest.
And Obama wants to go for a jog, so they shut down 5 blocks,
Yes. Well, thank you over here on TikToks. I've been live on TikToks, missed every one of their comments. Apologies, me apologies, as they say in some language. Boy, I just do not know what else to say, Sean. It's just been such a love fest over here for this pre-Valentine's Day show. Look at that.
I think the only thing left to say is that
almost.
There
it is.
That's a good one.
Love is in the air. That felt good. That felt real good. It does take a little bit of help. It is wild.
The inverted, never mind.
It's very difficult. The inverted heart. I agree. It's very difficult. For the slow, Rose for the slow clap. We got another. This was a fun show. Rose for the complete show. That's nice to hear. That's very nice. That was the best split-screened hand heart of all time. Oh, wow.
Rose for the split-screened hand heart?
Yeah, because I was then both of them, and one of them was much better than the other. Not even going to point fingers. Just going to point.
That one doesn't. I'm not going to give him a thorn for that. That's difficult. That was
difficult.
It is.
Now I kind of got it. I could do it.
Now you got it.
Thank you for understanding, Derek. Very difficult.
Can we give a rose to everybody for their really nice comments?
Yeah, for sure.
Rose to the commenters.
Yes, all the commenters.
Commenters. It's like cementers, but comments. And make sure everyone out there smashes every like button you can, especially ours. And I don't know, do other things if you feel like it.
And check out the book too. What was the name of the book again?
Book, Sean.
Corrections in Ink.
Corrections in ink.
Incorporated as well as ink with spelling of the letters in ink, Sean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's called Meta for a reason.
That was it, right?
Yeah, corrections in ink.
Ooh, you were corrections in words, Derek. Congratulations to you.
Mikula has a rose to your friend for publishing a book.
Ooh,
Not
Rose.
An easy task.
We need to have that song. Rose, I can feel it. Something else and happening in Rose.
Rose, like kiss from a rose on.
Yes, Seal. Yes,
Seal.
Seal. Come on,
you gotta play the Seal song, and then you gotta be like, every rose has its thorn for your thorn segment.
As rosy as he seems, he definitely got thorns all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sean, don't do it. Don't do it. I could see your hand, Sean. No. It's so rude to our guests, and I apologize to our guests. But this is also the end of the show. So thank you so much, Derek and Alexis, for joining us and being open and sharing and lovely as you are. What a great story.
Congratulations on finding
Thank you guys. This was a lot of fun.
Yes.
It just goes to show you that.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, well, please. It's our pleasure. You kidding me? Last week, you just listened to Sean talk about his traveling for a whole hour. Believe me, this was a treat. And it was a real inside dig there. But it just goes to show you that TikTok is what you engage with. And if you engage in love, guess what? You're going to find love. It's out there, y'all.
I think it's more than that because I don't think either of us was looking for love. We just found each other. That's not why we got on TikTok. That's where we found each other.
Because we started living there, and then all of a sudden, life finds us.
It's just a new way for people to find each other.
Love, actually.
Who ordinarily, probably, whose paths never would have crossed otherwise.
It's not often you get to stick that love, actually, in a sentence and use it properly, and I just nailed it.
Good for you, buddy.
Rose.
I know, it feels good.
That's the message. That's the message of today's show, I think.
Talk about it, Sean.
You nailed it.
We love to pimp each other, but
it gave you an opportunity to use Love Actually properly.
It did. Thank you, Sean. It's very beautiful. Well said. Well spoken, bud. From the heart, I feel like. Good. I was right. Well, you two, I feel like we're just dragging it on because we've had so much fun and we giggle and now like little schoolgirls.
He doesn't like to say goodbye.
My phone is on 9%, so eventually we'll end it for us.
I definitely haven't left Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye. That song has never left my heart because it is so hard for me to hang up on people. Especially
another Boys to Men song, End of the Road.
Oh, when I can't let no.
It's unnatural. It's unnatural.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw in some more singing for Alexis because it wasn't over.
Yeah, you're crushing it, buddy.
Thank you.
So you gonna take the thorn back, or
I take that thorn back.
You can't have it back, no, till we go to you go to the end of the road. No. I listened to this song too much when growing up. Thank you. And someone thought he was the main singer. Someone thought he was the main singer.
There's such thing as too much with Boys to Men.
There's never too much.
I don't know, because you're right, because they were boys, then they became men, so that's a whole lifetime. You're right. Thank you, Derek. That makes me feel better. Sweet Throat Pipes. That sounds worse than it's intended. I'm going to be honest with you. That sounds way worse. And I apologize to Alexis and to Derek's family for having to hear that if they're watching this. With that said, aloha and so long from Meltdown Island, everyone.
Corporations are not people.
No,
you make
the
heart. I'm going to say, stop the insanity, everyone. Corporations are not people. Let's plug up them oil drills. Let's get them people out of jails. Sean?
Yeah.
And we have
money out of politics.
Defund fossil fuels.
Money out of politics. Invest in
money
the future.
out of politics too. That's right. That's the future.
Children. We are the world. Oh, look at this. Now we're all doing
US all.
US all. Us all. The USA 2 project. Blockchain voting. Look, we're applauding for us as United States citizens that are in love with love. Engage with love, everyone. Let love. Woo! Good day.